I'm Stephen Foskett, organizer of the Tech Field Day events, and I'm here with my old friend John Nicholson, learning a little bit more about the storage changes in VCF9. Hey, John.
Happy to be here. I go back to watching Tech Field Day to the earliest days of my career, and it's a lot of fun to participate in these events and give back to the community and give back information. So looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. We're doing well, as you know, but the audience may not. We're doing a Tech Field Day event live that folks can join in and participate in on July 29th. Part of that is a coverage of storage. Yay, storage in VCF9. So, John, tell us a little bit more. What are you going to be talking about? What's new in storage?
So while storage at its core should always be boring and not too exciting, or something bad's probably happened, we do have some pretty interesting things. I'm going to go through some live demos, cut through some demos of operational workflows, show you how you're going to manage your fleets of storage, and we're going to answer that age-old question that everyone is always presented with about the meaning of life, which is why is this slow? Or what's going on with my storage I/O path, which I feel like we all know and love, and being able to walk you through what you'll look like from a management life cycle and fleet at a holistic level to troubleshooting individual workloads and fully understanding what's going on with your applications.
So really nuts and bolts kind of stuff. Making storage work, making storage fast, and also, of course, sharing what's new in VCF9. Now, I know that you did make some storage changes in the latest version of VCF. What are the big changes? What are the new features?
So the vSAN9, which is the core storage engine across VCF that people are going to be bringing up by default in many cases, we do have some cool new capabilities. We have global deduplication, which is going to drastically reduce the cost of storage, which is always, a top ask. We've also got other new capabilities and tied to stretch clustering, building storage-only clusters, and making large-scale multi-petabyte type clusters for presenting storage across your environment and your fleet, as well as improvements to data protection in terms of disaster recovery, immutability, protection against ransomware, and so forth.
So let's get a sneak peek a little bit into the July 29th Tech Field Day event. What demos are you going to do? What are you going to show us live during that session?
So I want to start with that. I've got multiple data centers, I've got multiple environments. What is the tooling that I'm going to use to look out across those environments so I don't have to open a million panes of glass and be able to look at that? And I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot and identify, is this normal? Is this healthy? If it's not, why is that? Be able to direct that. Be able to look at what types of storage I have that I'm presenting. Remember VCF, especially actually with 9, we've opened up more different storage possibilities that you can attach for both greenfield as well as converged that you can bring into the environment. So you can bring in those existing storage assets, but also be able to just drill in and go deeper. And so I want to go through some of the advanced capabilities, the IO trip analyzer that allows us to look end to end at that IO path from all the way from the virtual machine to the networking hops to the drive firmware latencies themselves, be able to identify what is cumulatively adding up to that performance quotient that you're looking at, as well as also look at some of the vSCSI trace capabilities, the ability to actually take a DVR, like look across your block sizes, your latency responses. And so for those people out there who are storage nerds, hopefully they'll get really, they'll get excited about this, but also hopefully everyone else will be able to become a bit more of a storage person. This is kind of our evil plan with VCF and VCF9 is we've talked about, hyper converge before, but we really want to hyper converge the teams. We want to make the VMware admin an incredibly competent storage admin. We want to bring that storage admin who's coming into VCF also be able to understand a lot about VMs and what they're doing and not just, being on the other end of a LUN path or a zoning config. And so that's really what we want to help with.
So what I know about VCF9 is that the goal internally was to make this into really a unified private cloud platform. So something that VMware has not been. What did you do in storage to try to serve that request? How did you make storage better for a unified private cloud platform?
So some of this was previously there were capabilities that we supported across vSAN as well as core storage, but they didn't necessarily always get supported within VCF. And so it's, we can build a storage cluster and we can do it as a stretch cluster. Oh, but VCF doesn't support that. The SCDC manager doesn't have awareness of that. Or, okay, yes, you can go and attach this, NFS 3 as secondary storage, but you had to have vSAN first before you could do that. And so bringing in and expand, what we've done first with 5.2 and then with 9 is we've expanded the different types of configurations that are supported. And before it used to be, if you go back from an organizational structure, VCF was its own little group that tried to integrate these tools together that were made by different teams. And now it's a common platform when we work backwards from you don't get to ship new capabilities unless they're supported in VCF. And so it's one of those things that it's great if you have deduplication, it's great if you have encryption, but if I can't use it in VCF, then it becomes I'm forcing customers to take a bespoke configuration pathway to build out or operate their environment versus this true private cloud. We're all in this together. It's one product team. It's one unified product. This is about making sure that all the capabilities that we ship, they're consumable directly from that. And I don't have to start putting lots of asterisks on the release notes.
Well, that sounds great, John. If you're listening and you say, wow, I want to learn more about storage in VCF9 or the rest of VCF9, check out this special Tech Field Day event. It's going to be live on techstrongevents.com on July 29th. If you want to register for that, you can go to the Tech Field Day website and click the VMware Cloud Foundation link right in the middle of the page. Or you could just go to tfd.bz/VCF9REG, which will take you directly to it. All of these sessions are going to be moderately interactive, which is unusual for Tech Field Day, and we're very excited about bringing our audience into it if you register on July 29th. Also, we will be streaming and posting this to the normal Tech Field Day channels about a week later. Please do join us at this special Tech Field Day and TechStrong event.